didn't even make it out of the parking lot and I dropped my bear mulch.
Bear canister has its own chair. Such a good look with your bear canister there.
Next one right here.
There they go. It's a good look, man. Such a good look there. On the road to Aspen, heading up into the mountains. Well, we're stopping at Walmart to get our canister fuel. Well, we made it to Independence Pass. Made it to Aspen Highlands. Getting geared up. Weather's, well, I don't know. Clouds are building up, but this is where you, this is Maroon Creek Road. That's the road up to Maroon Bells where we're going to start, but you got to park here at Aspen Highlands and catch a shuttle bus. On the shuttle bus. Geared up and ready to go. Got this bear canister. Bob's almost got the gear.
Parking lot scenario and drop my food again. That'll be bad news if I drop it down to 3,000 feet.
That's called a cert. And it's a hanging lake. There's one right up there. So because this area was created by a glacier, everybody, it's U-shaped.
We are geared up and ready to go. We are we're hiking. Hey. Well, that'll get your attention. Heading up there. Well, we have used this opportunity as an excuse to stop. We're doing an equipment adjustment. It isn't because we can't freaking breathe up here. That would never have anything to do with it.
No.
So Bob's adjusting his equipment. His bear canister equipment, I meant. Let me be more specific.
I need a mechanical engineer.
Yeah, where's a mechanical engineer when
Staper?
you need one? Staper.
Staper, where you at?
Sitting at your desk back in Kokomo, lounging while we're getting some exercise out here in nature. Darn bear canisters.
These things are a pain in the butt.
I think we're the only two out here.
I know. That's that lady up there said, "Hey, you got your
you're
bear
the only
canisters."
ones.
That's kind of what I read into what she was saying.
We're gonna have to check that bear canister often, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I think
about every 100 yards, Bob, we ought to stop and
500 feet of elevation.
he's not really interested in having us get a good look at him. But yeah, there you can see him pretty well.
Yeah.
Moose sighting from half a mile away. Not bad. You guys saw a bear?
Yeah,
heard one in our tent.
In your camp?
3 o'clock in the morning last night.
Nice.
So we didn't do the loop. We were going to.
Oh, it's a good way to keep you up all night.
Yeah, definitely. That's what it was. Up all night.
And also you had altitude. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not much fun.
No.
This is Crater Lake. Made it to our first milestone. And you can see the trail down there goes on the west side of it towards the mountains on the right. And then up that valley, and at the end of that valley is West Maroon Pass. which is where we'll be camping somewhere between here and there. That's where we're heading.
Almost went in.
We have made it to camp. Not a bad view there in the background. This is campsite number 8. They actually have along West Maroon from Crater Lake to West Maroon Pass. They say there's 11 numbered sites. So the bad news is, if I can show you here, you can read that, no campfires. They charge you lots of money for a campfire. So I think we did maybe 4 miles, 3-4 miles, not much. But it's been a long day. I got up at 3 and we've been plane ride, 4-hour drive, hike, altitude. We're staying here for the night. Our home for the night. Kind of nice. We got the pine straw and everything and these pine trees. Looks like we might, I don't know if you can see the bugs. Maybe we'll have some friends in our camp, so we'll see. Get camp set up, rest here a little bit, and start dinner a little bit later. End of hiking for day number 1. Gorgeous, gorgeous out here. Well, we got camp set up. Perfect temperature. Great first day. Just absolutely incredible. So we're getting ready. I've got the cheddar cheese spread rehydrating. So it's about ready to go. So we'll have that in a second. But, we're all set up, ready for our first night at 4-pass loop, Maroon Bells Wilderness, Aspen, Colorado. Awesome. Well, here's our camp all set up, looking good. Here's just a pan up to show you the overhead view that we've got. Just absolutely incredible. And the temperature, no humidity. Temperature's probably about 70 degrees right now.
Yeah.
Just perfect. Ready for the cheddar cheese spread, 2015 version.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Pretty cool. Unbelievable scene here. Ready for bed, night number 1. Here's the scene. Definitely still a little light out, but it's been a long day. So we're ready for bed. Should be spectacular second day. Couple passes. We got 2 passes. West Maroon Pass and Frigid Air Pass tomorrow. Nice day number 1, and we'll hit it again tomorrow. Well, it's the morning of day number 2, and at least for right now, it is an absolutely spectacular day. There is not a cloud in the sky. It's 43 degrees. Or 45 degrees. We just checked the temperature. Camp, I don't know if you can see it behind me. Camp's all broken down except a couple things. So we just we're gonna get some breakfast, and then we head up that way. But you can probably see the mountains behind the trees have the sun on them now. And look at this. I'll pan around here so you can see this view down the valley from where we came from with those trees and the morning light. It's just absolutely spectacular, beautiful. So 2,500 feet, or about 2,000 vertical feet, 2,500 vertical feet up to West Maroon Pass, which is first pass we'll go over to today. So, but we're rested, a little bit more adjusted to the altitude. We'll get some breakfast here and get going. But excited for day number 2. This should be fun.
Where's he at?
Porcupine! Quick glimpse of a porcupine. Final preparations. Here's what's left. Camp number 8. Left no trace. As you can see, it's at least right now it's a pretty nice day. So not a cloud, well, just some wispy clouds in the sky. So we're gonna, if we can get up to the pass here before any kind of weather moves in, we'll get some great stuff. So. Came upon this little scree field here with a waterfall way up there.
Little boulder field to hike through.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Wear the skis when you need them. First snow. That's the scene we're hiking in. Kind of hard not to just stop and stare all the time. It's really beautiful. Not easy walking.
Pretty.
Sun's getting ready to come up over the top of the ridge here. Looks, I don't know if the camera does it justice, but yeah, it's looking pretty cool.
You're not going through there.
Alright.
It's a little deeper.
The dog's got the right idea. You just do it, buddy.
I should just follow the dog. Which way should I go, dog?
It's a shoeless crossing here.
You gonna see my tender feet?
Yeah, they look cold already, man. The water's pretty warm, isn't it?
No!
Bottleneck at the crossing here. Looks like a good path. Alright, made it in one piece. Well, here's the scene looking back towards camp from the river crossing. Pretty beautiful, huh? Really gorgeous. The dog's getting a luxury ride. I should have had Bob carry me. Alright, you ready?
Yep.
It's like Grand Central Station at the river crossing here. A lot of people right here. A pretty popular trail. Definitely don't get lonely. Here's what the trail is in a lot of spaces. Whoa! Right now. A lot of people hike this trail.
Maybe not the best route to take. I'm heading back.
Heading up towards the pass up there. Got a whole bunch of our friends. People everywhere. Lots of people on the trail. It sure is pretty. Who else is Stream crossing number 2. Bottlenecks at all the stream crossings, people taking their shoes out and putting them back on. And throwing shoes across the river. Kind of like a last stopping point here before West Maroon Pass, well, here's the scene. That's where we came from, down at the bottom. And we're still climbing.
Brutal.
Closing in on West Maroon Pass.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Sure is a nice setting though.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
You can edit us out.
Oh, you're part of the movie now. Yeah. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I'm not just stopping because all the views. I'm stopping because I can't breathe.
Well, now I'm sure we will.
Well, I mean, I'm not. Are you not so fine?
Oh, I'm fine, but it's
work. I knew it was gonna be
Taking a break.
up there. Yeah.
This is like a rest stop, but
there's snow
way
and
up
above
there
the snow.
Oh, and we go up
is
that.
Yeah. We're almost there. Yeah.
West
To
Maroon
the
Pass.
top. Yeah.
Have fun.
That's what we have left to do after seemingly hiking forever. You can see where we came from.
Our husband's name is Jeff.
All the way down at the bottom there. And the last part, from that part you can't see, is the steepest part. It's all been very steep. We're taking a little lunch break here, I think. Replenish. I think my blood sugar was getting really low. And I was definitely dehydrated, so I'm going to get about a quart of water with electrolytes. That is where we're heading. That's the first pass, and we got another one to do before we're done with the day, right on the other side. And the clouds are starting to look a little more ominous. Well, believe it or not, this is what it's come to. I don't think this camera does justice to how steep it is. It doesn't look like it probably, but it's like damn near straight up. And then there's the final trail over the pass. That's the pass over there. We're getting close, and as you can probably see, the weather is deteriorating. Everybody we've talked to that's come from the pass, a couple of people who really knew what they're doing, said we've only got about an hour before the heavens come crashing down. So we're almost to the final switchback over there, which will be a big morale boost here. So well, let's give some perspective to the last little 100 yards or so up to the pass. It is steep. Pan here, hopefully try not to fall off the trail. That's what we came up all the way from the very bottom around that corner. We made it to the top.
Top of the world.
And there's some nasty weather on the other side. Look at this though. We aren't going to linger too long up here. That's where we came from. That's where we're heading down. Yeah. There's the trail way down there. I don't know where Frigid Air Pass is. Around the corner to the right, I think, over there. We don't have much time. Well, Bob, a couple pictures up here and we got to get going. That's looking nasty. Well, it is starting to rain pretty seriously. The temperature is dropping like crazy, so this will be the last shot. I got to put it away and get it waterproofed. But we're gonna get wet, so we're getting our rain gear on and everything right now.
Wow.
It's been a day, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's starting to drizzle again.
Yeah, we got a short break from the rain, so I thought I'd show you what we're doing. We're heading up to Frigid Air Pass, which is somewhere up there around that corner. And it's about, what, 45 maybe, Bob?
If that, I don't know.
That. It's cold
My
and rainy.
fingers are like
Fingers
stiff.
are... That's what I'm looking like. That's the look of somebody who's pretty much out of energy. We haven't had a lot to eat. We're both probably a little dehydrated. But it is, I mean, it's just spectacular even in the rain. And right now it's stopped, so
I decided to rename Frigid Air Pass to Frigid Rain Pass.
Yeah,
That's the new name.
yeah, it was frigid rain, that's for sure, and it was coming down pretty good there for a while, but no thunder and lightning, so we decided, a lot of people were saying we're crazy, but like there's no threatening weather, it's really pretty stable, so,
Yeah.
and if we had, the trail that we would have had to bail on is way down at the bottom there, it goes to the East Maroon portal. It would have put us so far out of our way, that was the end of the trip. So this will keep us going where we need to go. I think it'll work as soon as we get up over this pass, and I think we'll be in pretty good shape. We'll start looking for a campsite. So
Yep.
I think we're still on track for our plan. Well, the rain has stopped momentarily. For those of you who hear about the steep last switchback up trail rider, that's what this is. I'm gonna have to carefully turn around here. Oh, closed in again. Crap.
Oh, that's a
Crap! Just for a second. I mean, we've been in these clouds, but just for a minute it opened up perfectly and you could see all this clouds or the mountains in the distance.
This is nuts.
This is a lot steeper than it probably looks on camera and a lot more dangerous. All the rain has made this really slippery and loose and wet. You can see those rocks at the top right beyond Bob. I'm having a hard time breathing. Are the top. And then it's downhill until the Frigid Basin, and we'll find camp.
Yeah.
It's about 3 o'clock. We've been hiking for over 7 hours, probably 7.5 hours. Look at that, how quickly. That is how quickly the weather changes here. Look at that. Was it worth it climbing all the way up here in the rain? I don't know if I'd say that. Maybe. Yeah, I think it probably was, now that we're near the top. Just to emphasize how quickly it can change. It's literally 20 seconds later. This is the view from almost at the top of Frigid Air Pass. That's the trail over to West Maroon, and then down there where all those trees are, that goes to East Maroon Portal and Crested Butte. The view to Bob opens up nicely. He's almost there. He's probably got another 20 yards. Marmot. He's pretty loud. Literally in 1 minute. It went from completely fogged in to this. This is the Frigid Basin. Heading down, obviously. But you can see the clouds over here. Top's still in the clouds, but I think we're heading down beyond those trees in that like canyon down there. Made a good call coming over this way. People were questioning our judgment, but look at this, and now we're back on plan. Awesome. Hello, little deer. I think we're right on there. I think this right here is like their little deer trail. But I think we're in their oh, he's right by my shoes. That's not gonna help or happen. There's my shoes drying in what was sun, no longer. Okay, this is not the Ritz in terms of campsites. This is about as bad as it gets, because like here's the trail, here's what would be a awesome campsite, but this is the sign you see very often with awesome campsites. This is the first place we saw where we could even throw our tents down. You can see how we've had to arrange them. So less than ideal camping conditions this evening, but it's what we've got. Have to make it work, and it'll work.
Getting ready to make a little tiny stick fire. We're gonna sit here for dinner and have just a teeny little fire in front of us. Pretty cool, huh? We got our little stick fire going. And it's generating some really good heat, drying out the shoes and the socks, and we got dinner going of like pad thai. Whoops, deer.
That's nuts. Here's like 5 feet away.
My own recipe is sort of pad thai with added chicken and like freeze-dried vegetables and peanut butter and all kinds of good stuff. Gonna be really good. So we're starting to feel better.
Well, it's a start of day number 3, and it's raining.
And so it starts again.
Good way to start the day, but we're actually heading up on top of those things ultimately. But we go down, here's the trail, so we head down that way for a couple miles and then up Trail Rider Pass, which should be interesting in this kind of weather. If you can see up in the trees there, high shot, with the rain coming down. I just wanted to do one shot here before I put the camera away and get it waterproofed. It doesn't like the rain very much. So anyways, nothing we can do about the weather. Hiking on day number 3. Here's the scene real quick. There's where I got water. There's a campsite right down there. And that's where we're heading up to. Kind of a grungy day today. On the trail. I get the impression here it's almost like a big race. Everybody gets up super early and it's like you're racing to get to the next set of campsites because they're all going to fill up. Like last night. Adds a certain element of anxiety to the whole thing that's not altogether pleasant. So anyways, just be prepared for it if you ever come out here. Lot of people. Look at the scene here. Campsite over there. Wow. What do you think, Bob?
That's pretty fascinating.
Just to give you an idea of the steepness coming down from our campsite. Here's the switchbacks. Figured Bob could do it some perspective here. But just looking straight down the hill. It's kind of steep.
Oh, that sucked. I slipped and went in.
First river crossing of the day in the rain. The water's pretty warm this time, right, Bob?
No. No, not at all.
Come on.
No.
Here's the scene. It's cold. It's raining. And now we're going to start going uphill a little bit. Amazing. Look at all the wildflowers. Crappy day. Woo! Beautiful views. Did you enjoy that climb, Bob?
That's not exactly how I would word it, but
We're kind of at the fall summit of Trail Rider Pass, and as you can see, we're in the clouds.
We made it!
Not much to look at up here. It rained the whole way up, so I really couldn't pull out the camera to show you the views. There really weren't many views. It looked a lot like this. We got a little flat section here, and then trail continues up that way through more of a flat area, and then another push up to the actual peak. And then over the other side, Snowmass Lake. Little deer. Very cool. Beautiful. Beautiful animal. He's not really too worried about you. Oh, nice.
I didn't like that one.
Now this is after you hit the first fall summit. Trail Rider Pass is actually up there. So I have a feeling there's no great views of Snowmass Lake right now, so I don't know. It's not looking like it's gonna clear off anytime soon. We go down this hill, so we gained all this elevation back. Now we're gonna give a ton of it back. And you can see the snow over there on the far side. Just below that is the trail that traverses from the base here all the way up to the pass, which you can't see, which is up there. And it's just a straight shot up at a fairly decent angle, it looks like. So hoping it clears up a little so we get some good views. Otherwise, this is the premier view of the entire trip, and we're not going to get it. Heading up to Trail Rider Pass. The steep part begins. This gives you some idea of the trail up to Trail Rider Pass, the last section. And the day we find ourselves in. And see where it heads up. And it keeps going from there. Way down there is the trail. Right by that lake. It's kind of hard to see, but you can barely see it. Well, now you can't. Just a second ago you could. I guess I'll come back if the clouds open up a little. That's the last cliff face up to Trail Rider Pass. Now you can see it a little bit. And see, I zoom in a little so you can see some of the people. Sometimes in the category of you're not as lucky as you need to be, this is the most gorgeous view on this entire loop. Or it's supposed to be. That's Snowmass Lake down there. We are at the top of Trail Rider Pass. That's where we just came from. A little more open on that side. Unfortunately, that's not the direction we're going. And it's cold up here. It's probably 40 and windy. I'm sure my dead kitten's doing a decent job of keeping the wind noise down, but the dead kitty's a little wet too, so I'm not sure. But we're gonna head down. Well, in the category of sometimes you do get lucky, I am literally 1 minute after my last photo shoot or video shoot, and here's what has happened. Not perfect. That's pretty neat. Gives you a perspective on how steep it is down to the lake too. The weather changes here like in 5 seconds. There's Snowmass Lake. Can't really see much. Just taking a break before the final trip down there. That's where we came from, way up there. Not the nicest of days. Been raining constantly and cold. Continuation of the crazy weather. We're about a minute later. It was completely clouded in, and then the clouds opened up.
It's pretty down there too.
Yeah.
You get a shot of Snowmass Lake.
Yeah, because here comes the fog. It's moving back in.
Banana chips.
Snack break. Well, the pass is right behind it. It was just open up just like the lake was about 3 seconds ago. Now it's socked in again, and that's all moving down here. We'll be in the clouds again shortly. Getting closer to Snowmass Lake, and it's clearing out a little bit. It's absolutely beautiful.
Ready?
Bob's heading out to the campsite here. This is the big beaver pond thing. There's the trail. Well, this bridge is kind of interesting because it wasn't here very recently. I read a trip report from a guy who did this and talked about this particular creek crossing as being the worst one and actually a little sketchy and scary. Sure made it a lot easier. We didn't have to get our feet wet or take our shoes off. Very nice. A lot of the trip reports about the 4-pass loop talk about a impressive beaver dam. That is it. That is pretty impressive. But look at the big pond that is backed up behind. So good work by the beavers, nature's engineers. Well, we made it to our third campsite. This is almost at the tree line. Guy had told us, one of the people, we were asking a lot of people where campsites were. And one of the guys who was going the other direction said, there's a really nice campsite right as you enter timberline, right next to some great water. I found a number of other spots, nothing established on the way up here, but there was no water anywhere. And we're right next to all these running streams. So this is like nirvana. It's going to make all that effort worth it because we've cut off a huge chunk of the climb up to the pass that we were going to have to do tomorrow. So this is really, this is the opposite of last night. I mean, this is just, and I was when we were walking, I actually said, we deserve a break. We deserve a really nice campsite tonight, and we've got it. I hear Bob coming. Hey! Yes! You will be very happy. We have hit the mother lode. At least I think we have. It ain't the KOA. There's no picnic table or flush toilets or showers, but for around here, this is pretty much primo. Okay, I'll give you the guided tour. That's it. Like 30 feet down that hill or over to that side is beautiful running stream. Now look at this. We're almost at timberline. That's not the pass. The pass is kind of around the corner, but you can see it from just over there. But we've cut off probably 2/3 of the climb that we would have had to do tomorrow. So.
I see all this pitch
Yeah.
coming off these pine trees is perfect.
Oh, it's a fire starter?
Making a reflector.
Oh, nice.
Reflector fire. Those stones will heat up and then they'll shoot the heat back this way.
Very nice.
So we can set up our stools here and just bask in the heat.
You know, that looks really hard.
At 11,400 feet altitude, yes it is.
I'll just keep sipping my adult beverage. well, Bob does all the work.
All right, this is my Colorado Wilderness shower technique.
Bob's a much better man than I am doing this. I prefer to go
So
stinky.
just grab your handy dandy dry bag and then let's walk back to camp. All right, we're back at camp. Got my water from the stream.
It's
Which-
really warm.
Yeah, it's warm. Yeah, it was.
This is a warm stream.
it was
It's
still
coming off really warm snow.
It was still snow about 10 minutes up the hill. Oh, and here's the painful part. Only one way to do this. Oh yeah, so much cleaner.
Hey, I had it. I didn't have it turned on, so we got to do that over again.
All right, wait, I'm gonna do it again anyway. I need.
This is sort of like the "are you kidding me" moment. It's not as dramatic as it was a few minutes ago when the clouds didn't come over quite as dramatically in the background there, but what an end to an absolutely incredible day. Day number 3 at 11,600 feet. What an unbelievable scene. This is something you could just sit, it's like nature theater. What a sunset. Unbelievable. And I'm sure this camera does a pretty good job of it, but it does not do it justice. That is unbelievable. Pretty incredible. What a day, what a trip. I can't even describe it. I mean, there's no way I could sit back at home and every second something changes and it's just absolutely magical. Colors, the clouds, amazing trip. And we got one day left to be heading back home. It's been great, unbelievable. Well, it's the morning of day number 4, our last day. We're heading out. This is what greets us in the morning. But it is cold. I don't know how cold, but it's in the 30s. You can tell it's perfectly clear. We're at 11,700 feet. Man, is that spectacular or what? Day number 4. One more pass, then all downhill to the car, and then home. Crazy weekend. That feels awfully good. Figured I'd give you a quick panorama here. Our view. Not too bad, huh?
Making my Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Backpacking tradition. Ah! Burning my fingers on a hot pot is another tradition. Sit next to a fire in the morning with that in the background. It's a luxury, but it's worth it. Last day, great trip. Not a cloud in the sky today. This is a day that kind of makes up for 2 days straight of rain. I'm telling you, it is always good, but in this setting, sitting next to a campfire, Maroon Bells, Snowmass Wilderness of Colorado, not a cloud in the sky, mountains in the background, Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Ready to go on day number 4. Woo-hoo. Fire's out, camp's all no traced. There's nothing left. 600 feet or so, I think, up to the pass, and then all downhill to the car. So here's the early morning scene. I get going about 7:30, but I'm not sure where the pass is, if it's over there. This is what we're facing first thing in the morning. It really isn't too bad compared to what we've been facing every other morning. It's not a bad backdrop to be hiking in, huh? Incredible, beautiful day. Well, I can't breathe, but it certainly is some good views. Granny gear, no oxygen. Climb up Buckskin. It's pretty. There's no air.
It is steep. You can see Bob down there in the shadows. Give you a little perspective on the grade. Well, that's where I'm heading. Definitely don't want to miss your step. I'm doing this just to show you perspective. I know the lighting's pretty bad, but it gives you an idea of how steep some of these climbs are right before the pass. It gives you some idea of the trail up to Buckskin Pass. Bob's enjoying life right now. How's the air down there? Pretty day for it.
Nice day, no doubt.
Oh, what a backdrop. Oh, you're having a coronary. This is kind of cool. Hey, here's my shadow. I'm in the sun. Gives you some idea of the trail here. You definitely don't want to stumble. I imagine the view up around this corner won't be so bad. Oh my. Jeez. Pretty spectacular. Snowmass Mountain. There's the trail. We came up from down there. There's Snowmass Lake. That's where we were yesterday in the pouring down rain. That's kind of the last little stretch up to Buckskin Pass. Not such a bad view, huh? Not a bad view, huh? Almost there. Top of Buckshot Pass. Not a bad view everywhere. A little bit of snow.
A nice chunk of snow.
Yeah.
This is your guys' last day too?
Yeah, we're heading out. Pretty steep downhill. That's where we came from. Making our way down from Buckskin Pass. Views just keep on coming. That's looking down the hill. And way up there is Buckskin Pass. Here's the trail down from Buckskin Pass to the intersection. Right around that corner to the right is Crater Lake. Passing a lot of day hikers now. You can tell you're getting close to the trailhead. But
We were smoking down that trail.
we hit the intersection. We've completed the loop. I think we got about a mile, a little over a mile to go. Taking one last little break here before we get to the shuttle. We've been hiking for 3 hours today, yeah. And it feels like it.
Yeah.
Made it back basically to the parking lot, another 100 yards to go, but not a bad view. Well, a 4-pass loop is described as a epic bucket list type thing, and it was every bit of that. It was epic beauty, scenery, epic hardness, epic altitude and thin air, epic climbs. But man, what a hike. It was a great 4 days. Glad we did it, and hopefully we'll be back. But 4-pass loop, Maroon Bells, Snowmass Wilderness, great hike.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. You might say he found a key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away, on the road and hanging by a song. But the string's already broken and he doesn't really care. It keeps changing fast, it don't last for long. With the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. The shadow from the starlight is softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. He climbed Cathedral Mountain, saw silver clouds below. He saw everything as far as you can see. And they say that he got crazy once and tried to touch the sun, and he lost a friend but kept his memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forests and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. His side is turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. You can talk to God, listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Now his life is full of wonder, but his heart still knows some fear of a simple thing he cannot comprehend. Why they try to tear the mountains down to bring in a couple more people, more scars upon the land. In the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. I know he'd be a poor man if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, it's a Colorado Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky.
receding at my feet, holding me back at every step. They tell me not to breathe a word. She gives me a vow that must be kept. You know that I'm only just a boy, barely 5 years of age. The secret you load upon my shoulder is worthy of any grown man's rage. Oh, I wanna lay me down. Oh, I wanna lay me down. Too weary to rest, too tired to sleep. Oh, I wanna lay me down. Sometimes I wonder if the blanket that I must kick off of my bare feet is a prison of artificial making, a courtyard for a veritable feast. Oh, I wanna lay me down. Oh, I wanna lay me down. Too weary to rest, too tired to sleep. Oh, I wanna lay me down. You know that I'm only just a boy, and the innocence you took away from me is the only thing I brought into this world. And it's only the truth that sets me free. Oh, I wanna lay me down. Oh, I wanna lay me down. Too tired to sleep, too weary to rest. Oh, I wanna lay me down. Oh, I wanna lay me down. Oh, I wanna lay me down.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories, they gather round her. Minus a lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning. she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home.